And we potentially have another short here. Bearish here. This is still solid green with an arrow, but still a potential short here. In about 28 seconds. And it'll be at 11. It's a new zone, a new leg one. So we close 11 or lower, we would have a short. There's your short. And now we're filled. Again, we could still push higher here. We still have that 233, and we're still 4 points away from closing the gap. But it is a valid short signal. I'd prefer if this was yellow. This is a strong upward move here. If this was yellow, I'd be more confident taking the trade here, but it's still a valid trade. This is good for a short. And they're both not green, so it's a valid short. Now, where does it stop? That's the question. We get down to a 1-to-1. I'll bring my stop 2 ticks lower. And again, I'm looking for a reason to exit. Green dot, green rectangle. Okay, there's price exhaustion. We could still make a new low here with price exhaustion. So, not necessarily an exit yet. We'll see how it closes here. I'll go ahead and bring this down 2 ticks. Maybe I'll get a 2-to-1 here, and then I'll bring that up here. See what happens here. Okay, there's my 1-to-1. We're yellow here, red here, so this is more bearish. And we have a sell pivot there, which is nice. That's going to offer some resistance if we come back up to it. So we're still making new lows. There's a 1-to-1. This is very, very bearish. And since that's very, very bearish, I'm coming down to here with that red and that red. We still might get a return back up in here, back up to our entry. So normally what you do is you take your profit when you see that with the green box on leg number 1. But we have a sell pivot here is offering resistance, and we're very bearish, so I'm going to just leave my stop at -2 and knock that screen again. I'm just going to leave it. I'm not going to move anything. I'm not moving my stop. I'm going to leave it at, I'm not going to come to break even. If I'm wrong, I'll lose 2 ticks. Leg number 1, you normally take your profit, but I'm trying to change the way that I manage the trade here and give it room to move. So this is where you have to be patient, and a lot of it depends on what you see right here. If this is bearish and this is bearish, then that is setting us up for potentially lower prices. But if this stays green and this stays green, we're going to come back up. So because I have this in my favor for now, it gives me the more confidence to hold the trade back down to the opening range high area, or my 3-to-1 here. Now we're still in an upward trend. We haven't had a leg number 2 yet. This is an uptrend. So we may bounce from right here. This is a previous swing low, or here. May not come down to here yet, but let's let it work out, see what happens. As long as my momentum's bearish, I'll leave it alone. You see how we're hanging up on the swing low right here. This is where it potentially would bounce and continue up with the uptrend. But there's another sell pivot, which is really good because the sell pivot coming in here is resistance, and so is that one. It indicates a potential top that upward move is potentially over. So that's actually a positive thing for us. And hopefully it'll hit that sell pivot like we had and come back down from that. And keep pushing on the swing low. Again, we hit the sell pivot, so sell pivot reaction should be down. And we're still very, very, this is even more bearish. So we actually might get a move all the way down to here. This is actually where support is. I just selected a 3-to-1. That's our next support, that swing low. But we're maybe going to get a move all the way back to the opening range high and this bounce line. So that's where I'm going to put my target. Alright, so there's the next swing low. trying to, initially we're bouncing off of that. Momentum still very, very bearish. So we're looking for lower. Okay, we're breaking the swing low. So there's the 3-to-1 right there. And again, we're putting in more sell pivots, which is extremely bearish. Means that we have a top, not likely to go back up. So we're going to hit the opening range high. Okay, there's volume exhaustion. We could take a 3-to-1 right there. Let's see if it goes down a couple more ticks here or not. I'm going to trail my stop though. There's a 2-to-1. Hopefully we'll still break down here. But this is telling me potentially we're coming back up. Still bearish, still bearish. We can still make a new low on a volume and then still right after that come back up. So I'm not trying to get my stop too tight. And that low held, so we're probably going up. But let's give it room to move. I'm going to tick away from our target. We'll put that on a 3-to-1. So we got a 3-to-1. It might still come down here and hit this, but we are hitting support right here. So I'm kind of pushing it right here. But I know I can get that, so I'll take the 3-to-1 and might still get the 4-to-1, but that's okay. So it's still a $300 move off of that.